my god. Hey guys. Gotta tell you what happened last night. I can't even believe it. Alright, this is what happened. The last thing I remember doing was I was fighting with Crazy Man in the spirit world, and I took my inner light, put it into my head, out my head to Crazy Man, and I was fighting him with my inner light. I was letting the inner light of my heart deal with him. And then when that was happening and I finally got done and he left, I fell asleep. I woke up at 3 a.m., went to the bathroom, went back to bed. I'm laying there and I fall asleep. And next thing I know, I sort of wake up. A little bit. And I thought I was laying on the couch with the kids watching TV, because I could hear the news reporter. I could hear the news reporter on the TV reporting the news, and I go, oh, that's the news, right? And I swear I saw it. The TV, the kids, everything. But I'm just laying there, and all of a sudden, on the TV, I could see the TV. All of a sudden, I could just see the TV. And the news reporter is standing on a bridge. It was a girl. And she's got a microphone, and the camera guy was there. And he's filming her, and she's talking about some construction going on this bridge. And giving a report. And all of a sudden, I'm standing there and I'm looking at her, and I'm looking right at her, like close, like zoom, and I seemed to get closer and closer and closer, like she became more real. And that's why I'm about 10 feet away from her, and I'm standing there watching her. I'm like, and I know I'm awake in my bed. I'm awake, but I'm still out of it. Do you understand? I knew I was awake, but I'm still out of it. She's talking, and all of a sudden, I'm there on the street with her. I'm on the street with her. And she got done. I'm still staring at her, and I'm looking at her. She's looking at me like I'm a freak. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And she packed up, and she said something to the cameraman. They got in a brown car, and they took off. Real quick. And I'm like, man, that was weird. And I'm thinking, well, she must think I'm a freak. So I turn around, and I'm on a sidewalk, and there's people walking by. And it's early morning. And I'm standing there, and I walk in, and there's people walking by. And I'm looking in the sky, and I'm looking in the distance, and it's all industrial area, like smokestacks and warehouses and stuff like that. And there's cars, and it was a 4-lane road. 4-lane road on this huge bridge. And I looked down over the bridge, railing of the bridge, and there's barges, and there's boats and water. And I looked to the horizon, and the clouds were like different kinds of gray. It was like a storm was just ending. A storm was ending, and the clouds were like flowing over like this, you know. And it was different colors of gray, early morning. And I'm like, and I could feel the wind, and I thought, Jesus, kind of nasty, right? And I'm walking, and people were walking by me like this, and I'm moving out of the way from them. And all of a sudden, this girl, my wife, she comes up. I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her like a freak, right? I'm like, I'm looking at her. She goes, "What the hell's wrong with you, man?" And I went, and I reached out and I touched her face. I couldn't even believe it. She goes, "You alright?" And I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. And here I am on this bridge with her. And I'm still walking a little bit. And I came to a light pole that was made of steel. And I put my hand on the light pole. And also in this hand, I had, do you know how a metal file? Do you know what a metal file is? For people that file metal, there's these great big giant steel files, and they're very rugged and rough, and you metal. I had a metal file, and I put my hand on the light pole, and I'm looking at the light pole, and I can see the different metal texture. I can feel the cold, and I took the metal file, and I went whack, whack on the metal pole. And then my kids are standing there. There's a guy, some guy with my wife, hanging out. I don't know who he was. Probably, you know. Anyway, my kids were there, and then this other girl came. She had dark hair, and she had a mole right here. She was kind of cute. I don't know who she was. She came up, and they were talking to each other, like, "What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?" And I'm standing there, I'm going, clink, clink, and the girl came, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, and I reached out and I touched her shoulder, just to see. She goes, "You alright? You alright?" And I'm like, "Is this St Lucian?" And I go, "Where else would it be?" And I'm like, holy fuck. I could feel the wind. I could smell the water. Ice cold steel. Metal file. I don't know why I got a metal file. I'm clinking it. And I go, "I'm here, guys." They go, "What do you mean?" I go, "I see everything. I see everything." And they're freaking out. I'm freaking out. I can't even move. People are walking by looking at us. And all of a sudden I go, "Well, I gotta create something. I gotta create something." Because I wanted to test it. I wanted to test my creating. And so I go, hold on. I go, "Think of something we need." She goes, "Well, you always need money." And I went, and I didn't look. I didn't look at my hand. I just reached in my pocket and imagined a handful of money. And I went, and it was a stack of cash like that. And I gave it to her, and she goes, "Jesus Christ, you hide this, man." And then I made a cigarette. I reached down for a pack of cigarettes. I didn't have any. I reached down for a pack of cigarettes, grabbed a pack of cigarettes, and lit one up. And she's like, "Would you quit doing that? Because you don't do that, or you'll get a cult going, and they'll never leave you alone." She goes, "Well, we told you, you went through hell with this already. Stop doing it." And I'm like, I gotta know if I can create here in this world. That's what I'm thinking. I'm totally stunned, guys. I am there 100%. But I'm in my body. I gotta piss, whatever. I know I'm awake in my bed, but I am so there. And then I'm freaking out. They start freaking out. She calls Jesus. Jesus comes. He's floating. He's like a ghost. He looks like a ghost standing above the bridge. They, my wife and kids, are solid, standing on the bridge with hairs blown in the wind. Fuck. I'm like, am I dying? Am I dead? Am I fucking gonna die right now? And my wife starts freaking out. She don't fucking know. So we all of a sudden, she goes, "Just close your eyes and think of home." And back at the TV, the living room or whatever, she goes, "Just think of home." And so close your eyes and think of home. So I'm looking around, I'm looking over the bridge, and I want to find birds. I want to see a bird, but I didn't see any. Because that's what I always wondered, if they have like awesome species of birds there. They say they do, but I ain't never fucking seen any. So No, this is the best I've ever been. Like, it was scaring me, literally. I thought I was dead. I closed my eyes and I wheeled myself home. So I'm back home. And I'm in the living room with the kids. And I go, give me the dog, give me the dog, give me the dog. And so I grab the dog and it's kissing me and it's licking me. And I'm looking at it. I can't believe it. I can't. I got puppy smell. I can smell puppy spit. You know when the puppies kiss you and they have that special smell? The smell of wow. Awesome, man. And he was wiggling. And I could see about the fur coming out between my fingers when I'm holding him. Like, he's just a little guy. He's just like this. And I'm holding him, and he's licking and kissing. And I'm just staring at him. Fucking unbelievable. And I thought of when. I go, Wen has got to see this. And I thought about him. And something happened there, but I didn't really know. I don't know what. Dude, you're gonna freak. You are gonna fucking freak out. I put the dog down, or I gave it to someone, and I'm telling everybody, I go, I'm dead. I'm fucking here, I'm dead. And they go, no, you're not. And I go, they go, you can see everything? I'm going, I see everything better than I ever have. Like 100%. I am here, man. And I go, I'm dead. And they're going, no, you're not dead. Check and see. And I'm laying in my bed. I open my eyes in my bed. And I see my world here. I close my eyes and I am seeing 100% there. And I go, we were watching TV, there was a news reporter, and I'm looking at her. I can't even understand her, man. I was tripping out so bad. I was watching the news report, and the next thing I know, I zoomed in, I looked at her face on the TV, and the next thing, I was standing on the bridge with her. And she goes, yeah, well, you wanted to go there. And I go, what? She goes, you wanted to go see. She goes, well, how did this happen? More Jesuses are piling in. They think I'm dead or something. They don't know what the hell's going on. And I go, I'm going to go see my trains. I want to go see my trains now. So she goes, close your eyes and go to the train room, right? So it's a room. I made a room down in the illusion room where the zombie room is. Well, the zombie room's here, but I can't go in. It's totally security. You can't even do anything. But next to it is a little train room they made me so I can make my trains and do what I like to do. And there's like 30, up to 70 people watching me make trains in my train room and watching a plane with the train. And so I'm there and I'm looking and I got trains. There's a train I just made yesterday. Well, over the past 2 days. And I'm looking at it and I pick up the locomotive and I'm looking at it and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I go, this is real. This is 100% real. And they go, yeah. And I'm like, wow. And I couldn't believe it. And all of a sudden I go, my shotgun. And it's in my hands. So everybody started freaking out. I got this shotgun in my hand. They all started running back. I go, don't worry. So I put it to the ground. I go, it's not loaded, man. Don't worry about it. And I got my hand on the trigger. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And so I was freaking out. They're freaking out. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the detail. I can see the texture of the plastic part and the metal part. Fuck. And I just appeared it in my hand. I didn't have to walk and get it. I just thought about it, and wherever it was in my bedroom, in another part, it just came to me. Whap! Right here, I got it. It flew in my hands. And here I am with it. Everybody started running, freaking out. Christ came down. He yelled at me. I gave him the gun. I go, I just want to see if I can do it. If this is all real. And after I left the trains, I wanted to see the dog. I went back to see the dog again. Then I'm like, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I'm asking Jesus. I go, look, am I gonna die? Am I died? Am I dead? And he goes, no. It was a symbiotic transference or something like that. He goes, it's some blah 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 transference. And he goes, I think it has to deal with what she did to your head, with the machine to your head. And I'm going, that was real? And he goes, yeah. I go, just checking. Well, the one of the Christ girls, science girl, put this helmet on me and blasted all my neurons days ago. I'm like, no, man. I go, no. I go, that maybe had something to do with it, but I was fighting. I told him I was fighting Crazy Man, and I used my inner light. I brought my inner light into my head, right through my head, and I was attacking him with the inner light. And I was allowing the inner light to do it, not me. I was allowing my inner light to do it. And it worked. I don't know what happened, but it worked. But I don't even know. But he said, yeah, that probably has something to do with it. That probably made you see better. But it was, he goes, I think it was a girl who put that, I call her the egghead girl. She's like a scientist. She's constantly analyzing your thought patterns and shit. But she needs she puts this thing on your head and she zaps you. And all your neurons go freaking out. And it enhances your neural net. I don't even know how to explain it, guys. I was standing there and I was thinking of all you guys on Exploring the Illusion. And my friends that are on there. Wen, John, my cousins. And I'm standing there, I'm thinking of you guys. And I'm clinking this thing. And I'm hitting it. Standing on this huge ass bridge. With the clouds and the wind and the fish smell. And the ocean. And I think I freaking physically live in this Chatham, Ontario fucking place. Oh my god. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. And so I got up. I went and made coffee. And I'm seeing both worlds. It's like I have to shift my perception. So I'm in this world and I shift from my heart into my head. And here I am in their world. It's a little less. I can't see it as good as I was. And I'm like, holy shit. So I sat down, I got on the internet, and I saw cameras. 800mm like Canon EF lens. 800mm Canon lens. And 5D camera. And a double extender. Immediately, I went and I reached into the screen, grabbed it, pulled it out, gave it to my wife. I grabbed the 800mm lens. This thing is $17,000. I reach into the screen, grab it. It's solid, 100% with my soul. I reached in with my soul, grabbed it, pulled it out of the screen. The lens is like this big. Pulled it out. Couldn't believe I got it in my fucking hands in the spirit world. Looked over at my wife and said, put this in a safe place and don't lose it. It's $17,000 you're holding on to. Then I reached in, looked at the 5D camera body, grabbed it. I reached in, grabbed the double extender, I grabbed the fisheye, and I already got 20 other lenses I've done this with, but this was the best I've ever done it. Unbelievable. Then I went to the thermal imaging cameras, the one that cost $18,000 that I'll never have. I just posted it on Exploring Illusion just because it's a cool video, and it's got my buddy's, well, he's not my buddy, but my friend's video of a thermal imaging of a UFO going across the sky. It's got that in the video. So I thought I'd post it on there. Anyway, that's the one I want. So I reached in. I got the advertisement of the camera, 100% beautiful. I reached in and grabbed it, gave it to my wife. I go, this is $18,000. Don't lose it. Put it in the safe place. Oh my God, man, I'm gonna have so much fun. Fuck. Guys, you have no idea, man. My God, I'm afraid to go to sleep tonight. I don't even, I'm not afraid. I'm worried about this life, man. Am I gonna be able to drive a car? Am I gonna, like, when does this shit happen? Like, is this, can I turn it on? Can I turn it off? Or is it gonna be like this now forever? Because I already went through this when I lost my skins. Now this is like, he goes, you're the only one we know of that can do this. He went, Jesus Christ called more Jesuses over and set up some kind of thing. They were talking about some big stuff about me. And I go, what do you mean I'm the only one? He goes, you're the only one that can do this way. That's totally cognizant of being. People ask for travel here all the time. That's no big thing. But they don't stop, look you in the eye, start having a fucking conversation with you. And I go, oh. He goes, yeah, you're the only one we know of that can do that right now. And I'm like, holy shit. 24/7, whenever I want, whenever I choose it. But the last night when I was sleeping, man, it was real. Oh my God, it was real. It was a whole new level of being there. And I'm not willing myself to death or anything. It just happened. Like I want to stay here. Because I got things to do here. But man, the veil is thin for me. Holy shit. I thought I was dead. I thought I was fucking dead. That's how bad it was. I wasn't even asked for traveling. I was laying in my bed, physical bed. And I'm standing on a bridge. Smells, wind, steel, touched it, cold. The file, the roughness of the steel file. I don't even know why I had a steel file. I still don't fucking understand that. But I'm clinking it to make sure this is real. Loud, bang, bang, bang. My wife's standing beside me. She goes, what the hell are you doing here? I go, I was watching the news reporter. Standing on the bridge. Cars are going by. I'm checking. But the cars, they were moving. Things were moving different there. It wasn't the same physics. Like the car would be there. Other cars were like totally solid, moving around at the right speed, as I understand speed in a car. But then there'd be a car going like that, like fast forward. I'm like, what the fuck? I go, how come they're not fast forward? She goes, you don't understand. She goes, it's different here, but it's the same. And I'm like, whatever. She don't know how to. It's weird, man. People are just appearing. I'm looking at the one girl with the mole on her face. She's my wife's friend, and I'm looking at her. And all of a sudden, a guy appears. Hey, what's going on? What's wrong with Rich? Just people pop, whoop, pop right next to you. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where did you come from? Standing on a physical bridge. I'm on a bridge with the fucking ocean underneath me, a river. Clink, 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 clink. People are appearing. Whoop. Cars are going by. People appear. Talk to you. They're trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with you. I go, what's wrong with me? I'm in two fucking worlds. At once. That's what's fucking wrong with me, man. Oh my God, guys. All I can say is, all the fucking problems you got here, don't put so much on it. It ain't worth it. Don't put so much on it. Enjoy your life, because holy shit. It's just a mental click, and you're over there. Unbelievable. If I get more, you'll hear about it. I cannot believe it myself. Okay, later, guys.